Hi, I'm Pierre-Paul Andriani. I'm the one of the lead sculptors for the Cadillac CTS that you see behind me. And right now we're at the French Embassy at 4100 Reservoir Road. And I'm going to take you from basically from the inside out and show you what we did with the CTS.
So now you are a designer, so you're involved in the aesthetics as well as the function to some degree, right?
Yes, my official title is creative sculptor. So my job is to create the vision for the interior for this particular car, what the designer wants it to be. Okay, the CTS is a luxury car, so from the get-go we wanted to convey the idea of luxury, but also with highly precision, very well precision automobile. The buyers for CTS are usually very highly technical, so we wanted to have the same tech feel, especially in the center gauge, the center console. The cluster, you have beautiful stitching and detailing with walnuts. And you know, the CTS is art and science, so you want something that's really, that smells of a precise instrument, just like you see those buttons, the knobs, and everything has a very crisp crispness to it. That's the best I would describe it. Just like the exterior has really tight surfaces and really sheer angles, we want to convey the same precision factor from the outside to the inside.
And you design for people of varying heights, right? So you are, what, you're approximately 6'2"?
So I'm 95th percentile, so basically this car is just about right for me. We have adjustable buttons on the bottom.
I was going to say,
vary the height of the seat.
Yeah, because your head is almost at the roof there.
Yeah, I'm basically I'm the top of I'm the last guy you design for, basically. But that's okay.
It's an attractive car, and it's almost organic in its design, but what are some of the factors that you take into consideration as far as the functionality and how you can reach things and the order in which you can access?
Especially the best example would be the center entertainment console right here. This one doesn't have a navigation, but on other models, this screen would actually pop up and you could see your navigation screen right there. If you didn't use it, this would stay flush and you actually have all your instrumentation just shown here. So that's one of the ways we incorporated, high tech with the feel of the center console.
Okay. Now, how does this compare to some of the other models that you have? Two other cars here to show us tonight.
Yes.
How does this compare? Were you involved with those other cars as well?
I was not involved with the other two cars, but they're a great example of how GM is a global design company and really puts the emphasis back on the design and the look of the vehicle for three different brands. You have a Saturn, you have a CTS, Cadillac, and you have a Saab. And all three of them have a very specific design language because they appeal to different people.
But one of the questions that someone had tonight was, how does the American aesthetic differ at this point from either the Japanese or the European aesthetic? Is there a significant difference any longer?
Basically, what you want to do is you want to target who the car is for. For Cadillac, basically it's for somebody who has made it and wants to show that he made it. So we want to show, and especially on the exterior sheet metal, we want to show the same. Cadillac made a statement in the 60s because they said to yourself and to others that you made it, and you want to show that you made it. That's why on the exterior you have really sheer surfaces, but bold elements like the grille and the headlights. And they all come together just to show, as a package, say, yeah, I made it, and I'm driving a Cadillac.
But that's always been the case. I mean, that was the purpose of the Cadillac originally, right?
It has, but we kind of lost our focus back in the 70s, 80s. And the Art and Science that debuted in 1999, the design language was specifically brought so that we recapture the audience that we lost a little bit.
Okay.
And the CTS is the best example of it.
And the rear seats are comfortable, but I noticed with this wedged look, is the visibility is great in the rear window as it could be because of the way that it's wedging up towards the back?
You always have, slight, I would say compromise, but you have to say, all right, if I leave those lines open and, the pack is right, then we get, again, if you remember the 05 Malibu, it was a good car, but it did not sell well. But so in order to get the design right, you do have to make small concessions as far as, maybe you don't see as well, but at least you get a nice tight package. And, people will overlook those little facts. They will actually prefer a car that's well designed to a, maybe less well designed automobile.
Well, this looks like a very attractive, it's very comfortable for you, even though, as you said, you're on a taller side of the
Yeah,
scale.
some of the spectrum in the seat is pretty forward, so I'm doing okay.
What else would you look forward to in the future as far as innovations and things that you're working on right now?
Right now I'm working on the Volt, so basically we showed the car, but I can show you some elements on the exterior that you probably will see in other Cadillacs.
Okay,
Like
sure.
Basically, the egg crate grille that you see on the front of the Cadillac, those arc back to the days of Harley Earl, and they have goes back to the heydays of Cadillac, the egg crate grille, and you have the really jewelry detail of the headlamps. And things you'll see in the upcoming Cadillacs are probably those light pipes that come down.
Yep.
And at night, it really gives you a signature look of how the car looks. And if you also have light pipes in the rear, so the car looks really nice and sinister. But you do recognize the car as a Cadillac as you drive by. Let me show you.
Yep.
So as the car rolls down the street, you see this really very signature Cadillac. And you have really quality of jewelry in the headlights. And I think future Cadillac will have the same amount of details. And you'll see the same signature light pipes, for instance.
Now, we remember in the newest Batmobile that they're sort of alluding to that kind of, like you said, the sinuous, kind of almost sexy, aggressive look. Is that what we're going to see for the future?
I think we'll see. Basically, what you want to do is you want to brand the car, meaning that it has a certain look from the side, it has a certain elements from the front and rear, and I believe the CTS will show those elements in other forms. I mean, the surface language and the details will be shown in future Cadillacs.
Okay, is this a functional piece right here?
This
little accent.
I'm not sure, not 100%. I believe this is just a design element.
But there's no air that's going through this or anything?
Probably, but I don't believe it's fully functional.
Okay.
But as you can see, it incorporates the tapering of this belt line here, and it comes nicely into here, and it captures the A-pillar nicely. So when you look from the side view, you can tell that this tapering surface here is coming in, and you have a nice little detail with chrome. In the 60s, like the Eldorados had a lot of chrome on the side, and we're using chrome again, just like we did in the 60s, but in a more tasteful way.
Now, there's a station wagon version of this, and is it basically the same in the front?
It's the same mechanically, it's the same car, but I believe from the pillar rearward, it's a very different car and a completely different sheet metal.
Okay.
From the base of the A-pillar back, it's a really different car.
Okay. And so this is a premium version? Is this the higher?
This is yes, this is the 300 horsepower direct injection V6. And this version is actually all-wheel drive, so this is the top of the line for the CTS.
So what would we be looking at as far as investment amount for a car exactly like this one?
I'm not sure, but I believe those start at $40,000.
Okay.
They're luxury models.
Okay. Well, this is not a bad place to be tonight. We see we're in front of the French Embassy, and we have our designer here. And where did you come from today to come here to make this presentation?
Came in from Detroit last night. Actually, did a couple of toured a couple of schools, gave a couple of talks, and I finally made it to the French Embassy tonight.
And tomorrow you will be at the Corcoran School of Art.
Correct. I'll be at the Corcoran from I believe 3 to 5.
Okay, great. Well, they'll look forward to seeing you there. Will you have your one of the automobiles here?
I believe the CTS you see here will again be displayed prominently
at
that Corcoran.